Konkoso. He's still a Konkosia member, but the governor continues to patronize him.
I mean, how do you mean he's still a Konkosia member?
Well, you know, the party is the other entity now. The Konkoso faction have, moved aside and are sabotaging the government, doing all these things, And Hafizu for now is the leader in Kano, and it's no secret, it's no news. But nonetheless, the governor continued to patronize him, to respect him, to accord him all the necessary things that is deserving of a deputy. So I was really surprised to hear him say that. I was surprised, and also I was surprised and disappointed with the reaction of the governor. The governor is a political scientist. He has a PhD in political science. If I were him going into the political and power history, I wouldn't react. I wouldn't do what he did to ask for the immediate reinstatement of the ward chairman. I wouldn't do that.
What would you have done if you were in his shoes?
A different thing. I would have done a different thing. Anyway, I would have reacted differently.
But I mean, for someone who is the second in command in the state to be shot aside.
This is a total disloyalty, and you see, he has shown the prey. It's like showing a prey the weapon you want to kill it.
Okay.
You understand? If I were him, I would ask him to resign, and if he doesn't, I'll have him impeached, because it confirms that he's sponsoring all what people are doing to the government, calling the governor names, doing a lot of things to sabotage the government. I would do that. If somebody will come out and say this, that tantamount to I'm resigning, or I have resigned, and I'll ask him to go.
And just go back and face his classroom.
Exactly, go back to your classroom.
But I mean, despite the fact that, like you said, he's still he belongs to the Konkosia.
He does.
But I mean, since he's the deputy governor, that should be kept aside, isn't it?
Well, it shouldn't be kept aside. He belongs to Konkosia.
But you people are all APC. You guys
are all
APC,
but Konkosia is not party. He belongs to Konkosia, and all along, they always are showering abuses, discrediting, doing so many things against the governor and the government. This is an open secret. And if the governor is very patient, if I were him, I wouldn't be patient enough to condone all the nonsense they are doing. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the real fact. And a political scientist, in fact, a good politician will tell you, if somebody comes out and does that, sadly, he's gone. He's gone. I will tell him to please resign, since he's a peaceful man. Ganduje is a man of peace. Ganduje would have asked him as a man of peace to please resign. If it were somebody, a militant, somebody who is stronger than him, he will ask the state assembly to impeach him, because this is impeachable. Well, for somebody to come out and say this is impeachable, because it confirms, because it's a confirmation of what a lot of people think, that people going against the government, showering abuses to the governor, disrespecting the governor and the government, doing all what they are doing, are being sponsored by some people from high positions. And now it's an open secret. He's come out to say, my leader, my mentor, he mentioned it, that he doesn't, which means he's not loyal to the leadership of the governor, as is the normal thing with all the party hierarchy, that in the state, in any state, the governor is the leader. And Konkoso was the leader when he was the governor, and he was followed and respected, obeyed. But they are refusing to obey the governor now. They are refusing to respect him. They are refusing to accept him as a leader.
Well, maybe because
it was confirmed by the deputy governor that his leader of the party is Konkoso, and that his picture was removed, and no one should come and do that to him. And that, well, it is okay. After all, he has never dreamt of going along with Ganduje. As soon as May 2019 comes, he's gone back to classroom in BUK, and this and that.
And well, but saying he's going back to classroom, it is his own opinion. He did not say, I am going to realign myself to Konkoso.
No, he's already with him.
But he didn't say that.
The question of, no, it doesn't have to be in definite words. It doesn't have to say it in definite words. He has already said it. In fact, it was implied. He was allied with him by implication. But now he has expressed it. So what else do you want? Implication had been with him, had been obeying him, his loyalty is to him. But now, expressly, he said it. So what do you want? Nothing more than the expression. By implication, you can judge something by implication. When somebody behaves by implication, you judge it. That, well, impliedly, this man is this. But now, apart from the implied assumption that, yes, he was loyal to this man and he was doing this, aside from the suspicion that these people are being sponsored, these people are being delegated to do all this by some certain people. Yeah. Now he has expressly said it. And this, he was addressing, this a secret meeting, it was leaked. He was addressing some government appointees that he has sponsored for appointment to the government, and some of their followers. He called for a meeting, a secret meeting, and somebody amongst them leaked it out. Yes, wow. he recorded and leaked it out. You see. But
right now, what this is showing is that the APC in Kano State is in crisis.
No, the APC is not in crisis per se.
But it has always been in crisis. You have two factions.
No, it's not a faction. Let them open an office and say that we are APC. They are only Concosia.
What is happening in Kano State is also happening in other states.
No, you see, a lot of things are happening in some places, like Katsina. There is APC Akida in Kaduna. In Kaduna there is APC Akida, but we don't have any APC something in Kano. We only have Concosia and the APC. That's the difference. They are Concosia cult. We have Concosia cult in Kano and the APC.
But it has a large
many other places. Yes. They have APC, Akida, APC, Menesara, APC, whatever you have. That's are factions. But this one is APC and Concosia. You see, that's what we have in Kano. And you see, there is a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of misconception from outside Kano. People think APC without Concoso is no longer strong. Time will tell.
In Kano?
Yes, time will tell. For Concoso, yes, he did very well by contesting presidential election.
And he came second
against Buhari. Yes. Well, that people may say he came second, but to me, he's a politician, and I can beat my chest and say I'm a politician. As a politician, I know he was number 2 by courtesy of arrangement. He was number 2 by courtesy of arrangement, and I mean it. I know. I'm a politician. Nobody can deny me that in the whole of this country.
He flawed Atiku to the second place.
That by courtesy of arrangement.
That is what he said.
That's what I know. That's what I believe in. He was number 2 by courtesy of arrangement. Now he is contesting. Let him face Buhari and see what happens. Let him come number 2 now.
All right, now.
Or let him beat Buhari.
You are saying the deputy governor should be impeached. Don't you think it will throw a wrong signal?
That signal.
To Nigerians.
It's long overdue. No wrong signal. How many deputy governors were impeached in this country?
This man was single-handedly handpicked by the leader of the other APC in Kano State, which is Konkoso.
The former leader of APC.
Okay.
He was picked by him. And Konkoso is no longer with the government. If I were the governor, I would have asked him to go with your master.
All right. Now, let me give you a small example.
Look, Hafizu is my friend and brother.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah.
We are very intimate, very close. He's like a brother to me.
Wow.
I have nothing against him.
Yeah.
We respect each other.
Yeah.
Even yesterday I was with him.
Yeah.
But yes. I'm telling you what would have happened if I were the governor.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked, surprised.
But
behaving this way.
Yes. But
I want to know. I'm sorry if the governor lets him hear me. I want to know what kind of political scientist is he. He has PhD in political science and behaving this way. No, I'm really surprised.
So you will have wanted a situation where the governor would just kick out.
In fact, Hafizu would have long. The deputy governor, sorry, not Hafizu as a person. Yeah. The office would have gone long.
But it's not easy doing that.
What is wrong with it?
Yeah, because he's the deputy governor. And
what is not easy? There are impeachable offences by law. And one of the impeachable offenses somebody will commit is sabotaging the government, doing things against the government. Something that will put the government in dispute or the party, whatever. That is it, and this is what has been happening. So what is difficult?
All right, let me give you an example, distinguished.
Yes.
When Shinkafi was governor in Zamfara State, it was Yerima who installed Shinkafi.
Right.
And then he turned his back on Yerima, and later Yerima brought Yari and defeated him. So this scenario might repeat itself in Kano.
Zamfara is not Kano.
But
even Kaduna, let me tell you, even Kaduna is not Kano. The way people in Kaduna are behaving, the way things are happening in Kaduna, it wouldn't happen with us in Kano.
Wow. How?
Yeah, how? Because, you see, the way Kaduna people are being treated,
yes,
and the way some of them are behaving,
yes,
is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It wouldn't happen in Kano.
Yeah, when you're talking about treatment, are you saying the actions of the state governor?
Of course. It would be hell if you ask Kano. There's somebody come to Kano and do that. Even a military governor cannot do what is happening in Kaduna to us in Kano. I said, and I mean it. That is one. Two, the way some people are behaving is unfortunate, because I have seen and met some politicians from Kaduna.
Good morning. Lower the volume of your TV set, please. Lower the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you. Thank you. Murtala Mohammed? From where? Okay, Murtala Mohammed from Isaketa here in Kaduna, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The selection of the party and dividing the members of the party in the state.
Well, okay, thank you, even though we didn't get you.
Just before I comment on the $1 billion, let me give a final picture of Kano. Ganduje and Konkoso came into merger as a new PDP. They came en bloc with their people. Now they are divided into two. Konkoso has taken 50% of them, and 50% are still with Ganduje. But people are forgetting that this merger, there are legacy parties that came together. AMPP, CPC, and ACN.
And a faction of Abga.
And a faction of Abga. But we don't have much of that in Kano, but all the other three, there are very many there. And this legacy are more than 80% of the people in Kano. And none of these legacy people are with Konkoso. None of these legacy people will ever go with Konkoso. I was part of the legacy. I'm still part of the legacy. This is one fact people forget, are forgetting or are ignorant of. Konkoso and Ganduje came from PDP. That's a new PDP. That's a breakaway from PDP. They have now separated. Konkoso has taken part of it, Ganduje is maintaining part. But others, that are the many, are there. We are there. The legacy parties are there. Nobody followed Konkoso because when Konkoso came, he relegated the legacy party to the background. He relegated us to the background. He did not involve anybody in his government up to when he left. So see, nobody will want to hear anything Konkoso from amongst this. But since Konkoso has money, he has amassed a lot of money. He has a propaganda machine. He is doing a lot of propaganda because he wants to contest the presidency. He is in Kaduna with his boys dishing out. He goes to Kosokoto and dishes out money, and people are hungry now. And not everybody has that ideology that I won't go eat for money. A lot of people go now even because of poverty, but when the time comes, I'm assure you that even those collecting will never do it. So people should now know that, look, Konkoso was new PDP, has gone away with part of it and left part of it with Ganduje. But the legacy people, the people are still there intact in APC. That one aside. So I'll rest my case there. Now the 1 billion you mentioned, I want to commend the governors that have given the mandate for the president to use that 1 billion. And this is done, Mr. President has done it in a very civilized and legal way by asking by asking the governors to mandate him to use it. You know, I want to take a little back into history. During Obasanjo regime, Obasanjo used presidential fiat to take a lot of money to reclaim Teku, the ocean in Lagos.
Yeah.
He took billions without recourse to the governors of the National Assembly. He used, that's what I said, that's why I said he used presidential fiat to take a lot of money, billions, to reclaim the ocean in Lagos. He took a lot of money to build some power stations. He built 6 power stations with the monies he took from these sources using his presidential fiat. These power stations were located, 5 of them were located in southwest. Only 1 is located in south-south. And these power stations are the power stations using gas, which is the modern one. Yeah. That's why southwest now has more light than anywhere in this country. That's why we have industries there. That's why we have a lot of things. Now, whoever protests, like I had one governor from Southwest is protesting. He's forgetting history. He's selfish. He's blindness. He should go back to history. He should go back to history. Obasanjo did not consult anybody. Buhari has consulted the governors, and the governors are gracious to say, okay, this is legal and it's in order. Nobody should come, and in fact, if he continues to that, we'll dig out more things that was done illegally to build his area. And they are enjoying it. They have now control of over 70% of Nigerian economy. And who said no to that? Even this government has done more to them than the whole of country. You know, 70% of the capital budget of 2016 went there, and more than 50% of 2017 goes there. And I don't know how many percent of the 2018 is going there. And how can he be so stupid to come out and speak like that?
All right.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Still on the issue of the $1 billion. Now we have Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. It is